Okay, where's the audio? That was probably songs. Oh man, it's so hot in here. Always a good day when we kick out racist right wingers from Hungary out of the Euro. Germany in second place. Why we have Germany in second place? We potentially have Germany, England in the quarterfinals. It was penalties. Southgate lost to Germany in 1996 when they held it over at Wembley. So, because Germany has got to finish in second place, and when we go to Group F, you see Group F. Actually, I need to go see the table. I just need to go to Euro 2020, and maybe Google's going to show me the groups. So Germany's going to finish in second place because I see them going up against England. So, if Portugal draw, because of the head-to-head, if Portugal win, then Germany, all they have to do is win, and they finish in second place. So they come in and they're on the path to face England based on how the bracket is.
Just over 90 degrees. European champions scrambling to defend their crown against the team they beat in that 2016 final. A team who are now the champions of the world. France in the white. This is Kim Pepe finding Hernandez.
So we've got revenge, but there was a Euro League of Nations group stage match. It was back in 2020, the UEFA League of Nations. France defeated Portugal 1-0. It was a goal in the 54th minute, if I'm not mistaken. But Fernando Santos is too conservative. This is a different Portugal team. They should be more aggressive with this Portugal team, I believe. Constructing the knockout bracket. I've got my knockout bracket coming to you very shortly. I'm going to create a knockout bracket right now. Google Docs.
You also need to remember that Deschamps, I think, not surprisingly,
I'm going to construct the knockout bracket that is taking shape right now. Mom has a very clear knockout bracket. There is a chance that Belgium could lose. If they lose the Euro, then they probably lose the final to England if they want to rig it for England. It's going to be rigged for a kneeling team. So Belgium promise, but Raheem Sterling scored twice. Sterling scored twice. So this is going to have a Black Lives Matter theme too. Lukaku, Sterling, but these Belgians are going to rally behind Christian Eriksen. In my view, this is the golden generation. The coat of arms with the crown on top. See, England's the three lions, but without the crown. But the Belgium coat of arms has got the three lions with the crown on top. This is strong symbology. Corona is crowned in Spanish. Spanish is not an official language of Belgium. It is French and German, But if Corona's crowned, if you're a Spanish-speaking manager, I think that symbology is very strong, and ultimately, it's Gareth Southgate going to choke again, like he did in 1996 against Germany. That's going to be the narrative. I think if we see Germany finishing second in the group, all Germany have to do is win today, and they should be able to win today because Germany and England is a historic rivalry. If I'm not mistaken, the 1966 World Cup final was what you call it was England over Germany, so these nations had a pretty strong rivalry back in the day. This is among the historic rivalries in Europe. Italy and France, Italy and Germany, England and Germany.
Germany's front three had 7 fouls. Portugal's entire team had 5.
This is going to be a low-scoring affair today, in my view. Santos is conservative. Deschamps is pragmatic. Griezmann is weak sauce for complaining about the heat when everyone was playing in the heat. I mean, we got to see what they're made of. Belgium would be the hardest team for France to beat, I think. I think all Belgium have to do is score. They didn't score in the semifinals. It was 1-0 France, and they scored on the set piece. That could be a narrative we're talking about the semifinal. But if you're talking about Black Lives Matter, if you're talking about the kneeling, then that symbology works for Belgium and England. England may seem like a fluke, but it's going to be rigged for them to go far because they haven't given up a goal yet in the group stage, like Italy. Now, Black Lives Matter in the kneeling. Romelu Lukaku, to me, is the main guy. I mean, he is a Jesuit. He is a Catholic man who believes in diversity. That's what a Jesuit is. They're more open-minded, enlightened Catholic people. 21 is going to be a year of Jesuit symbology. To me, England being Protestant may not bear well for them. What if the devil team slays all the crosses? Denmark's got the cross. It is Finland that has the cross. Belgium could face off against England. If Belgium face off against Switzerland, they've got the cross on their logo. Now, I think the scenarios have been decided. Now, where do I go for the bracket? I can go to FOTMOB and go to Euro and go to the knockout. And this is FOTMOB right here. It shows you who they're playing and all that. This is FOTMOB football app. Croatia and Spain. That'd be a good game. So the winner of Croatia-Spain would face the winner of the group. The winner of Group F can face winner Croatia-Spain. So maybe you got to look up some geography and some world history to see what their scripted symbology is. The Italian national anthem was written during the Declaration of Independence, I believe, over the Austria-Hungarian Empire. So the Italians going to defeat Austria easily on Saturday. And it's going to be rigged, I think, for Denmark to make the semifinals, and salute. Everything has been, all the talking has been Belgium. Romelu Lukaku was very emotional. Jan Vertonghen and Toby Alderweireld were teammates at Tottenham, very emotional. Romelu Lukaku at Inter, I love you, Chris. I love you, Chris. Christian Eriksen. Romelu Lukaku is going to win this tournament and salute to Christian Eriksen. God bless, mate. Let's keep on decoding these rigged-ass outcomes. Keep it up. Keep it up and crank up the pressure. Will a winner of the Euros be 3-0 in the group stages? Italy is 3-0. Belgium is 3-0. It's Croatia's crowned in Spanish and Italian. The Spanish manager, The Netherlands is going to be a contender. I think I originally had them in the final, but the Netherlands can make the semifinals. Netherlands could make the semifinals. My final prediction, April of 2020, was Belgium over Netherlands, and now I'm starting to think Belgium over England. So, it'd be pretty impressive if Belgium do win it over England, or even over the Netherlands if my original prediction was correct. But I cannot ignore the kneeling, and the referee is deluded there. Oh, it's the Spanish ref. He sucks. This ref sucks. No wonder why that was a bad call. I don't like that ref at all. He's a punk. He was refereeing Belgium against Russia. He's the one who gave the rigged offsides goal in the 10th minute, and salute to Christian Eriksen. I mean, it was a rigged 10-minute goal for Christian Eriksen. For Romelu Lukaku, that is. Oh, Belgium team is emotional, man. They need to prove they're better than France in the semifinals potentially of the Euro if they win today. That is a rough side of the bracket. The bracket is set after today. We got to see if Germany are going to score today. That could be all that's needed.
Incredible thing Didier Deschamps has done with so many major egos within the locker room.
So I got Belgium in third group AF. I'm constructing my bracket right now. Belgium and to be determined. So Belgium and them, and then Italy and Austria. That game is at London. It's a narrative. It's all narrative. So the Italians return to London because, London was not an English town to start out with. London was founded by the Roman Empire. So that's a Roman city. So the symbology with that in Austria is going to be very strong. But they've never won finals at Rome before. Maybe because the British took it back from Italy. I don't know. Well, not the British, but the Anglo-Saxons. They weren't British back then. I'm thinking these Euro tournaments are kind of scripted around world wars is kind of my theory. So mind you, I'm constructing my Euro bracket right now on Google Docs because the bracket is going to be set. I'm going to come out with the bracket video. I'm going to come out and maybe give out all of my predictions and the numbers surrounding them, and then Christian Eriksen and Black Lives Matter for Romelu Lukaku and company. I'll let you know just how emotional Belgium was right after the Christian Eriksen saga. It'd be pretty nice to go see their buddy Christian Eriksen win a medal. Hopefully, if they win the bronze, if they win the third place match. Where's the foul, ref? He's deluded! That Spanish ref is a prick! How do you say prick in Spanish? Ooh! 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 The ref is a dirty prick! This is not a knockout game! Oh, it's all scripted drama. Oh my God, is Portugal in jeopardy? Oh my God. Sort of like 2016 when Portugal came back and beat Hungary, ironically. Hungary was in the group back in 2016. Ronaldo publicly announced that you're coming back to Juventus. I don't mind if Portugal get knocked out at all. Screw Juventus fans who want Portugal to win. Italy need more Euro trophies than Portugal. Press! Press, France! Press, France, Los Bleus! Poke boom, poke boom. Hey, I'm already into it. This is going to feel like a knockout game today. So right now, live table, Group F. Germany are losing. Joachim low out on low. No pun intended. That is the question. Is this going to be like the Italian national team? Joachim low out on a low, no pun intended. It was the group stage of 2010 World Cup and 2014 World Cup in between the 2012 Euro runner-up for Italy. That's what I'm talking about. So why if Germany go out 2018 group stage? Because it was Hitler that invaded Russia during the winter instead of the summer, and so Russia defeated Germany, and because of that, Germany got knocked out of the World Cup in scripted symbology. So 2018 World Cup group and 2021 Euro, Germany struggling like Italy, and it's all rigged for these countries to struggle right after the World Cup. The whole UEFA is a rigged mafia organization. Because 2002, they rigged it for the Asian country. They screwed Italy and Spain. Then they gave Italy and Spain the subsequent 2 World Cups in 2006 and 2010. So this is how they're a mafia organization. Talking about UEFA, that is. And these fans are not happy with the referee at all. At all. At all. At all. I mean, Germany, England, the script is going against Germany and England. It's looking like the script is calling for Germany to like regroup. Or is Germany out or whatnot? I mean, there's only one script, and the script has already been determined above. We got to see who they're rigging it for. It'd be a shame if this right-wing country as Hungary is going to be in the knockouts. That'd be shocking if Germany get out in the group. All of these are going to be bolded. Going to bold all the countries. It can make it colorful and add each flag of their country in my knockout bracket. Oh, that was close. Mbappe, he shot the ball there. In France, midfield is getting back. The referee heard it from the French fans. France wins back possession. France can exploit that once they can do so again. Conte. But it's reading where Benzema is at times. If he drops deep into the midfield, if he boom! Boom, what a pass. This guy can boot it pretty well. Right now in this instance, who's in the middle? Mbappe has slid in. Benzema's now in that wide left position. The more fluid they become, the more understanding of those movements, it's almost impossible to defend. Uh-oh. Offside. Wales and Netherlands and Czech Republic. Huh. Okay, Baku. This isn't Baku Azerbaijan. This is Baku. Okay, this is. I don't know why they're playing that in Azerbaijan. UEFA Bastard Association. Or are they playing all the way out in Baku? That's hardly in Europe. That's like in Asia. I thought this is the Europe. England could face off against Sweden again. That could be a rematch of the World Cup. For Portugal in this first half. Like in the narratives line up so far, a lot can happen in the knockouts with some of those Who's going to be the Wales this year is Denmark.
Against Germany, they were put under pressure immediately in the middle part of the field, so they had really no impact in possession for Portugal.
That'd be a shocker if Germany get knocked out of Euros in the groups. What are they doing?
Cristiano Ronaldo. Semedo.
I'm really surprised Semedo is starting. He can't do much for Barcelona in Portugal. He can't do much.
So that's the one thing this French attack needs, is to find Mbappe some space and open play. We saw it a little bit in the opening game against Germany, but already in the first 19 minutes here, we've seen a little bit more Mbappe than what we saw in that second game against Hungary.
The weather doesn't make a difference if they're playing the same scoreline. 1-0, or some more goals. Winner of Group F versus third Group AC. The announcers will give us the bracket right after the end of the game. We'll have a more clear of an idea who's going to be there. But I'm still constructing the bracket. I don't know where Ronaldo was shooting there. Croatia and Spain. Croatia all the way. Spain are going to get knocked out. They lose to Slavic country Russia. They lose to Croatia. I'm calling it. Croatia in the quarterfinals. Spain's going to lose. Where's Real Madrid when you need them? Third Group BC in Sweden. Third Group AB. England and runner-up of Group F. Loser of this game in England. Runner-up F. I don't know what's better. I don't know if I want to line this up with 16 teams or just 16. Line this up the other way, maybe. Just do 8 on one side and then put 8 on the other side. Okay, I'm just thinking about how I want to construct this. That's probably what I'm going to do. Just so the whole screen is shown on the picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Round of 16. Quarterfinals. Do they play a third place match in this tournament? I guess they scrapped it for the World Cup. Do they award third place match? No third place match in the Euro. Is there no third place match? Euro 2020. There's no third place playoff. Okay. Copa America does apparently, but not the Euro, so no third place game.
Portuguese and French supporters inside this stadium. A number of Hungarians who are just as interested in events in Munich as they are in the game unfolding in front of them.
There wasn't going to be much goals this game.
It should have been. So after they would actually look to fly to the wrong place, they went to Bucharest rather than Budapest. Lovely time in Romania.
It's France going to let Portugal have all the possession they want.
Playing the round of 16 in Romania on Monday. Coutinho. Opening his Varane.
There's just too much travel with this Euro. It ain't good for the players. They should just keep at one place and not have so much travel. That's what I don't like about this. And the group matches, it feels like home games. It doesn't feel like neutral sites. Those are my biggest qualms with the Euro, as far as I can tell. Germany's losing to Hungary.
That's not the first time.
There's no Timo Werner starting. It's Havertz, Sané. Sané doesn't do much outside of Man City. All that. Serge Gnabry up front. I thought he plays more wide versus up front. Kind of weird lineup for Germany today. Weird lineup. Let's see if there's a goal in the 29th minute or 38th minute.
But if there's any kind of vertical run after Benzema lays it off, we've already seen it 2 or 3 times. There is space in behind this back four of Portugal.
Final. I got semifinals. I've got quarterfinals. Round of 16. Every single side of the bracket I have constructed. And then we move on to the other side of the bracket.
Saturday, it picks up again, round of 16, kicking in. Wales facing Denmark in Amsterdam.
Go Denmark!
11:30 a.m. Eastern. Kickoff is at noon. And that, like all the other 51 games at UEFA Euro 2020, will be streaming live on the ESPN app. So far, split down the middle. Record from the Euro 2016 when it really mattered.
Czech Republic,
13 games against France.
Wales and Denmark.
All the way back to 1975.
This is a nice constructed bracket. It's right there to see. I can do a decode of every single game for what I see with my knockout bracket. So point totals for each team, but keep in mind that Lukaku is gematria of 77. 747 Belgium, something to ponder for the golden generation. Ritual sacrifice of the 3 lions by the crown 3-lion coat of arms of Belgium. Study the coat of arms, I think, is a good way to decode this, and study global world wars. Like Italy, their national anthem was founded during their independence from the Austria-Hungarian Empire, and they're facing off against Austria in the round of 16. Welcome back. Oh, penalty! The penalty! Whoa! Is he going red? It was 29th minute. It was around the corner. Boo! I just like that booing for the heck of it. I could care less who wins this game.
The award of the penalty.
I don't know, man. I was torn between this game. I was torn between who wins this game. I believe I picked France, because Everyone telling me France going to walk their way to the final. Well, at least ESPN FC is.
Portuguese medical staff were out there very, very quickly, thankfully.
His life matters. He's on the ground.
More playing the attacking player Danilo.
Germany might go out on a low, it looks like. It's really looking like it. It really is. Shows you how rigged it really is. They go out on a low, no pun intended. I'm liking how this bracket is set up.
So from where the referee is, that's a very, very difficult one here. Because what he's saying is that he's not making any attempt at the ball. And so now the question is, Mark Clattenburg, is whether or not that's clear and obvious, and that could be overturned.
I don't think this will be overturned. I think the referee will just give the penalty kick. Quite rightly give it. The goalkeeper's late. Danilo gets the header first, and therefore Luis has to get the ball. If he doesn't get any of the ball, he catches the man flush on the side of the face. So,
wow.
But Mark, my question is, how can you determine whether or not Luis is playing the ball in that split-second moment?
But he's got to get the ball. If you look at the direction of the ball goes as if the attacker's headed the ball goes behind.
Now, here's my theory with Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter, colonizing country can't win. So Portugal, no, because they're probably responsible for systemic apartheid in Brazil. So Portugal is colonizers. England is colonizers. That'd be rigged as hell for England to win. How about a small country to win? A rigged goal for Ronaldo in the 30th minute. A rigged scripted goal. A rigged hoax for Mr. Penalty Guy. And Lukaku outpaces him.
He has achieved everything in this game, with one exception, which is to score a goal against France.
And he gets his rigged goal against France.
European champions lead the World Cup winners.
So Ronaldo, he has yet to publicly announce that he's coming back to Juventus.
A late challenge from Lloris. Referee deemed that it was a reckless challenge coming off his line. Yellow card penalty. Cristiano Ronaldo steps up, decisively putting this in the back of the net. It's been such a better start from Portugal than what we saw in Munich.
Go Lukaku!
And they lead 1-0 here in Budapest.
Griezmann, quit whining about the heat, you little bitch. Look at that guy. He's soft as hell, man.
The challenge took a little bit of the ball and an awful lot.
Both teams need new managers.
And I suppose, Taylor, it is the same as a tackle in centre field where the player takes him in the
This is why you need to score goals, France.
I mean, from my perspective, if that's called more consistently, I think that's the right call. But you and I have both called many a games and seen many a games where the referee makes that decision saying, no, the goalkeeper has every right to come off his line with his fist punching the ball, and whether he gets the ball or not doesn't matter.
I know what France are doing, man.
I think it's better for the game. To be the Japanese back out there and play after what was a sickening collision.
Winner Group F. England, the runner-up of the Group F. Right now, the table for the group stands as what? England against France would be dope if France finished in second. It would be. And France have had their head over Germany.
This stays the same. Portugal win the group and would face Switzerland in the round of 16.
There's been a lot. This match is being played like it's a knockout tournament match with all the tackles going on.
Germany would be out. Renato Sanchez. Diego Jota. Renato Sanchez.
Who is it red for? Wild shot.
It's fantastic small possession here for Portugal. A lot of eyes on Bruno Fernandes and the impact he's had in this tournament. Very little of that.
Ronaldo's ready to go before he gets knocked out. Eventually during this Euro.
The balance of the midfield for Portugal has been exponentially better than it was against Germany, and quite frankly, even in the first game against Hungary. And a lot of that, it has simplified the role for
Ronaldo's coming back to Juventus.
Bernardo Silva.
He's going to Man United in 2022. But after he wins the Champions League, Cristiano Ronaldo, they go. He wins Champions League with Juve. He must. He must win with Juve before going to Man United. He could even retire in 2026 with Sporting.
Picked himself up. Take control of the ball.
Lost control.
Now leading the chase on his own for the Golden Boot with his fourth of the tournament. Just one goal short of equaling the all-time men's international score.
Lukaku's gonna be Golden Boot. These challenges are getting out of hand right now. This referee is not doing a good job of keeping order in the match. France would suck if they lose to England.
To dictate the game, so then you could open up a counter. They scored 2 goals that were taken off because of offside, but it's too slow. There's no urgency whatsoever. And when you look at the pedigree of player that's in the 11 right now, John,
They look so red. They're playing so slow right now.
Every single play that comes through the midfield,
France are playing like jokes right now. Look at it. So dried paint is more exciting than this crap.
With the occasional maybe through ball from Pogba into the run of Mbappe.
Back pass, pass it back. Okay, pass it back. Ball. This dry paint is winning Euros. You're on crack. They're not utilizing Kylian Mbappe at all. They don't play like Belgium. You don't play to win. Yeah. Well, you're crossing it too. He's out of a job. This abs looks like they need to analyze it in. What a joke. What a joke. Play like garbage right now, France.
Germany currently heading out of the tournament. Nelson Semedo. That may clearly pulled back by Bernardo Silva.
Pulled back. Clearly.
Fernando Santos wanted. He didn't see any of this against Germany. So Germany had a rhythm. They had a tempo. Anytime France finds a little breathing room and a little space, immediately there's a player from Portugal closing it down, and then if you need to, follow the French player. But that's been better from Portuguese perspective in the sense of, you know what, we're going to defend, we're going to be more aggressive, and we're going to put you on your heels. That's been the staple of this Portuguese team under Fernando Santos. He's got more attacking wealth than he's ever had, yet the staple has been make life difficult for the opponent and do not allow them to get into any kind of rhythm and space, and they've done that in this first half. Renato Sanchez.
Man, they're starting to run into players now, is what France are doing.
Now is for his card.
Woo! This Spanish ref is a prick.
He goes, third Frenchman to be cautioned in this first half.
I mean, Griezmann murder the guy. What's he doing? France are playing boring. That's all. At this pace, Portugal's gonna win. Winner of Group F against third group. Still determining.
Always wants it on his left.
That ball wasn't crossed well at all.
Good work from Bernardo Silva to recognize that there really wasn't.
It's hot as hell, man. I can't even wear pants right now.
Understanding Coutinho's running off his right.
So hot in here.
But the changes into this 11 from Fernando Santos have been spot on in this first half. Number 16, UEFA Euro 2020 continues on Saturday. Italy, Austria. Wembley will be our game on ABC. Coverage begins at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Kick off at 3. And streaming live on the app as well. Good day. The handshake of the last 20 minutes or so for the French. Yeah, but in fairness to Kunde, he played over 40 appearances for Seville. And less than a handful were at right back. He's more of a center back. 2 games out of 48 as right back. So you're asking a player to get into these real dangerous spots, and yet it goes against completely what he wants to do and where he's comfortable. And so when Kunde has gotten some really
bunch of crying, man. Everyone is, oh my God, crying. Bunch of girls out there.
Hernandez has to be careful here. It's already on the yellow.
Man, just play, man. This isn't even a knockout game.
Didier Deschamps and his selection, I get it because it's what he's done throughout his entire tenure. But you can't say it's been disappointing.
Players are tripping all over the place.
It's almost as if the handbrake is on the entire time with this French team. So pass my shot out to Bernardo Silva. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ronaldo's on the ground. Ronaldo's hurt.
Step overs. Theatrical form. It's frustrating because he felt like Ronaldo slipped over the ball here, but it was the left foot under the right ankle of Ronaldo brought him down. And it's been a frustrating first half for Didier Deschamps and the French.
behind this.
Late run on the back post. Off the back shoulder of Pogba, where Pepe is. Post. Off the back shoulder of Pogba, where Pepe is.
I'm not really impressed at all by France this half. Not at all. Portugal are the much this way. World champs, what a joke, man.
Bernardo Silva. Scoreline was in the final 5 years ago, but that goal came deep into extra time. Scored by a player, Adair. He's currently without a club.
This Euro format, I think, has changed. Used to be only 2 teams advanced for the group. They're really watering down this tournament. They're watering down this tournament. I mean, it was 2 teams advanced in the group as 2012. This is the first time we're doing 3 teams this year. That's a penalty. There's a penalty. Rigged penalties. Rigged penalties. They're just tripping over everybody.
This time, the protests are Portuguese. Well, Mbappe plays the ball to Pogba and runs off them. Semedo runs right into him.
Mbappe ran straight into him.
They knew exactly where he was on the field. He also knew exactly.
Wow, so rigged. He ran right into him. This is a rig. What a hoax.
It is being checked at the present moment. Is it clear and obvious? You can take it away. The answer is no. Let's get Mark's view on that, Mark.
It's certainly, I agree with Taylor. Once the referee gives it, it's never going to be overturned. It's not a clear and obvious.
Okay, stuck the arm out. Well, rigged. Ronaldo. Mbappe. He idolizes Ronaldo. All rigged hoax. It's all a hoax. It really is. It's a joke. It's a rigged. This referee is a joke hoax. This guy is a dickhead. This is a low-scoring affair. The referee is trying to get involved with the game like he was trying to get involved with the game last night between the Suns and the Clippers. I didn't come here to watch the ref.
Several contenders to take this penalty.
Woo! Woo! Join in on the hissing. A rigged hoax. Rigged penalties. Portugal 6 scored, 6 allowed. That would be a France win 2-1. That is something to look out for. You're decoding the entire duration of the European tournament. I think France are going to win. They're up. It's a good thing to see. Germany are losing. Wow, look. Germany going out on a low, it looks like. No pun intended. No pun intended.
With a good finish. And a little word in the air of his former Real Madrid teammate too.
I don't know how France got a goal there. They're playing like trash right now.
So an awful lot has happened to him. That will culminate in a court case in October.
Something to ponder. Joachim Blow on a low potential.
For 60 years. Hey, Phoenix. There's 60,000 plus jobs.
Exiled from the French team. 2 major international tournaments because of it. Fernando Santos has carried his
I don't like this ref at all. Ref is a joke.
frustrating penalty to concede. Explained.
No one is liking the ref at all. No one likes this ref. Arsene Wenger should manage France, in my view. The ref is not playing Mbappe. That looks like that could have been scored if they didn't trip each other. Place the cross to Mbappe. He did hit his target there. He's on the ground. Man.
And if you saw anything against Portugal and Germany, it's that space between Pepe and Semedo.
Now Portugal's starting to open up the wings. The width. Renato Sanchez. Ronaldo.
Coutinho will be on the 3 promised extra minutes because of the length of time it took for the VAR check. We do now reach
free kick. Hey, what's up? I'm ready for the knockouts. I'm ready to make my video once I get done here with the game.
Slightly more contentious circumstances.
I'm going to say France is going to win the group.
Moments for both. France taking a while to.
That second half should be a good one. Mind jamming my boxers because it's hot as hell here in Arizona. I'm going to take a break here at halftime too.
Liberty Mutual, save you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, everything else.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. At Domino's, we're more than just classic hand-tossed pizza for $7.99. We're hearty handmade pan crust, tasty gluten-free crust, foldable Brooklyn-style crust, thin crust too. Carry out 3 toppings by Domino's 5 crust for $7.99. That's what all the people say. Your body high and good, shot down in I'm Dustin Poirier wanted a better life, built it. Wanted respect, earned it. Wanted a title, won it. Decided to change the world, doing it. You know how a man keeps accomplishing everything he sets out to do? He believes that he can. Guaranteed Rate is a mortgage lender who understands the power of belief. First home, dream home, whatever your goal, you can make it real. Because if you believe, you will.
Why should your business go hybrid? Well, it's a lot like golf. The more insights you have, the better your game. With IBM Watson on a hybrid cloud, AI puts more data to work. So you can make smarter predictions and take your best shot.
When you have advanced security from Cox Panoramic Wi-Fi, all your connected devices are protected.
It is so bad.
Colgate Optic White Renewal removes 10 years of yellow stains. That's like all the way back to 2011. Get that book.
It's going to take me 10 years to learn Spanish. ¿Cómo me veo?
Remove 10 years of yellow stains with Colgate Optic White Renewal.
No prescriptions, no procedures. It's as simple as washing your hair. The secret is critical thiamine, a mushroom nutrient whose job it is to nourish hair follicles and support new hair growth. Go online right now to get your Grow Jumpstart Kit.
You are watching the UEFA Euro 2020 halftime report.
Welcome back to the studio. We stay with Alessandro Del Piero and Steve McManaman. Group E earlier today, Spain had gone some criticism for not really scoring as much as its fans would have liked. Taking on Slovakia, 4 changes for Spain, including Sergio Busquets coming back from COVID-19. And this went dreadfully wrong for Slovakia and sort of opened the door for Spain. Martin Dubravka just dumped it into his own net.
Yeah, he's had a really good season at Newcastle as well, but it was an awful mistake to open the scoring for Spain. And Spain went on to absolutely destroy them and play really well. 5-0 victory.
That really hurt Slovakia's hopes of going through as a third-place team. Meanwhile, Sweden and Poland once trailed 2-0, came back to tie it, but Victor Cross now said it.
Oh, yeah, it was a really good game. A lot of goals in the last second, 2 goals for Lewandowski. Almost made Poland in the process to go forward, but Sweden was quite compact and they're going to come up with the win.
There was great desperation at the end of that match. It was high drama and intrigue after Poland had tied it because they knew they had to win in order to go forward. Ultimately, they did not. Sweden win Group E. Spain also advances with 5 points with a couple of draws and the victory, the impressive one that Spain had against Slovakia today. So only a second half from Group F to go, and we will know who plays who in the round of 16.
Mom.
Tap to pay with Visa. It's that fast. Visa, everywhere you want to be.
The technology is easier to use. Here we go. Barriers don't stand a chance. That's why we stop at nothing to deliver our technology as a service.
It's my time to come alive.
What is that?
Mine. Why?
It's just that it's
Lavender? Yes, it is. Old Spice. It's for me.
lemons.
Okay, at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals on all smartphones. Let me break it down. We got your new customers. They get our best deals. We got your existing customers. They also get our best deals. Everyone gets the deals. Question.
Got it. But why did you use a permanent marker?
Because I want to make sure you remember it. I'm going to get a new whiteboard.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives everyone our best deals on every smartphone, like the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G for free.
After being locked in that vault for years, we've finally done it. Dr. Pepper, 0 sugar.
Ralph? So is this why you never texted back?
Yes, that's fine.
I would have understood. Oh, it's perfect.
I made it.
Oh, you made it.
We made it.
She made it. Group project. She made it.
The zero you deserve is finally here.
Stay restless with the icon that does the same. The RX, crafted by Lexus.
Get 1.9% APR financing on the 2021 RX 350.
Experience amazing with your Lexus dealer.
Time to have everything you love. Time to have Hulu.
Everything I love, my last sports and family guy.
Everything I love, including me? Every drama that I love is on Hulu?
Well, now that was fun, wasn't it? And perhaps infuriating, each side getting angry and then also celebrating about the decisions by the officials. Portugal and France tied at 1. France has already moved through to the knockout stage. Portugal has to make sure that things fall their way in order to avoid finishing last in the group. The status people better and Alessandro Del Piero, and let's take a look at how this unfolded in the first half. Cristiano Ronaldo never scored against France. He took care of that note when they played Germany last, scored for the first time. And as Hugo Lloris comes out to challenge, he punches Danilo, but what is it? They got ball for there's heavy collision. There's no contact, or no doubt about contact.
Yeah, I certainly think he got the ball first, then he collided with Danilo. No penalty for me. I must admit, I would have been really upset to be given a penalty, but Ronaldo does. What Ronaldo does is steps up and smashes it home to give Portugal the lead.
Now, far be it from me to say that this stage of a major tournament that there is a makeup call, but
You can say that.
it's a makeup call here.
Well, I think, I don't know, maybe the referee, got some ideas about what happened before, because even this one is too soft. You prepare the game, tactics, and this and that, and then you come up with these easy penalties. I mean, by the way, the defender needs to be arrested because that ball, Mbappe never had a chance to touch it, so leave it.
That was Benzema that put it home. He had missed his last 3 penalties, but that all will be forgotten after that. Germany and Hungary. Hungary has to win to advance, and the captain Absalai getting busy early.
Yeah, and it was a brilliant goal in between Hummels and Ginter. Yet again, the defensive frailties of the German defence has come to the fore, but huge celebrations in Budapest and Hero Square.
Driving rain in Munich and Germany. Opportunity to Jogi Löw's team even, but they could not. And Hungary, which has to win. These are the live standings. If the form holds, if the matches hold as they are right now, this is how it would go. And Hungary would advance, and Germany would not.
Man, it's still not the start of the second half. Unbelievable. We'll see who they rig it in the second half for.
Ukraine is also going to advance no matter what happens. Hungary at the moment would have the spot too. So lots to look forward to in the second half here to see how that goes.
Switzerland against Belgium, it's looking like.
Much more. I mean, they cannot prepare a game and show up this shape. After
Alessandro Del Piero, Juventus loves you, Alessandro Del Piero.
maybe, but besides the jokes, it's really too poor.
Yeah. Germany have to do something. I don't think that standing will finish like that. I expect it to be goals in the France Portugal, and I expect it to be goals in the Germany game. But Germany cannot go out, otherwise they will not be able to get out the stadium.
Germany might go out.
But that's great.
Give some credit, but we need to give some credit to Hungary because nobody expected them to play for the qualification today. Actually,
They were the afterthought in this group, which was deemed the toughest so far. Ronaldo has a goal. France and Portugal are tied. Everybody trying to advance to the knockout stage.
This is where it gets serious. Perhaps. Or end of the line serious. The favourites. For the fabulous.
Can you believe what we just seen?
For the fairy tale to continue in the knockout round.
Oh,
Comfort and survive.
and Skechers beach casuals have that casual look and feel that fits your style perfectly. They're lightweight, understated footwear will slip on and off for ease and comfort everywhere your day takes you. Relaxing by the pool or just bouncing around town. Chill in comfort with Skechers.
Stay restless with the icon that does the same. The RX, crafted by Lexus.
Lease the 2021 RX 350 for $449 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing with your Lexus dealer.
Curiosity pushes forward. It's what inspired Naomi to create an unrivaled wine that uses the best from California to push flavor in new directions for a taste like no other. Naomi, flavor forward.
So glad you're okay with our cancer. This is Sam with USAA. Truck?
Yeah, thank you. That was bad. Sergeant of Houston never expected this to happen. Or that her grandpa's dog tags would be left behind. But that one call got her a towing rental, made her claim, and even pulled a few strings, making it easy to make things right. That's what we're made for. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for. They're quick today.
At PNC Bank, we believe in the power of the watch out. That's why we created low cash mode with the financial watch out that gives you the options and extra time needed to help you avoid an overdraft fee. It's one way we're making a difference. Low cash mode on virtual wallet from PNC Bank.
Oh my God. Hot as hell, man. Hot as hell. Hot out here, man. It's overcast. It's hot as hell in Arizona, man. The liquor was last night. I am here to stay sober tonight. I saved that for DeAndre Ayton. Can't beat apple cider or Martinelli's. U.S. made apples.
Welcome back to the Puskás Arena in Budapest, Hungary.
Check this out, BAC.
Around about 60,000
Especially my BAC blood level. Stay woke and stay safe, everybody. Pretty cool device. You click this. It's a countdown.
Likewise for France. We're making a change here at left back. And as you suggested towards the end of the first half, Taylor Trump.
2, 1.
The place of Lucas Hernandez, and also a substitute by Portugal. Certainly on defensive midfielder João Palhinha. He's going to take the place of
0 because out of my system. Pretty cool device to keep yourself safe.
Was allowed to continue because the UEFA concussion protocol has been under the microscope throughout the entire group stage, and under no circumstances should Danilo have been allowed to continue. But then you would have to assume that at halftime, proper assessment
fix
was
up
made. Now, Digne comes in
those
with
glasses.
Hernandez is on a yellow. You don't want to risk the second yellow for the round of 16 game.
Let's see who the script writers have the win.
For me,
Check
this
it out.
one is a pen. It was a reckless challenge from Olivier Giroud. The second one, unequivocally, is a makeup call. Make no mistake about it. The referee probably looked at it, has time to process it, and when I say makeup call, I'm not saying the first one isn't a pen, but he looks at that, and he was easily persuaded by the momentum of Mbappe coming down. But if we're really going to allow the challenge of Luis
Okay, my mouse
to be
is
allowed
stuck.
in this game, well, then you've got to question
It's
whether
because my
keepers
screen is cracked on the
should have
left-hand
any
side.
sort of
Okay. How do I
legislation
fix
around
get
that,
my
because
mouse
that
back?
was as reckless of a challenge I've ever seen from a goalie.
Nope. I'm going to figure that out.
So, Palhinha of Sporting,
Start the second half.
Portuguese champions. The place of the unfortunate Danilo Digne for Hernandez for France. to play for here, particularly from a Portuguese perspective, because whilst they may feel comfortable, know that a draw takes them through. Were they to lose, and we then saw Hungary see it through against Germany, that would put Portugal in deep trouble.
Wouldn't that be epic if that prevents Ronaldo from winning the Ballon d'Or? Cut off by the French.
Good day. He was 3 years old when Pepe made his international debut for Portugal. Very different generations. To be so. Conte.
Let's see how well France come out. I expect France to come out with much better possession.
The opportunity which is seized upon by Benzema. France.
They just scored. I was about. Was he offside?
So the offside flag was raised.
Offsides in the 40.
Very quickly to disappointment of Knight at his tight.
VAR review.
That is going to be checked.
They gotta go check that. They gotta go check that.
False illusion that, you know what, where the camera angle is, that looks a little closer, but I think that needs to be checked a little bit closer than what we think, because that was off the back shoulder of Ruben Diaz.
That's a goal. 47th minute.
The referee's looking right at it. That's a goal. Belated celebration for Benzema.
It's the 47th minute. Francis Camacho, 47. Benzema scores. Portugal is in trouble. They're in trouble, are they? Fernando Santos, man, this guy can't manage at all.
Throughout the entire first half and throughout this entire tournament, France has looked one-dimensional. A lot of it is they're not playing vertical enough. They're not playing in.
Portugal is in last place. Last! Portugal! In trouble! Is this 2016? Is Ronaldo going to be holding my own? Come on, Cristiano. What you going to do now? Ronaldo, your team needs you.
In a timely finish. We're going to get a lot of this in the next 45 minutes.
France's revenge against Portugal knocks him out of the group. That's how rigged it is. That's how rigged it is.
Well, you would have to think, too, that both sides understood what the result was in Munich at halftime with Hungary beating Germany. Now you can't rest on your laurels, and so no matter what happens in that game, Portugal's got to find a way to get back into this one, and we got ourselves a classic second 45 minutes here. How must Benzema be feeling? Into his international comeback. Nothing tangible to show for him. Now 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes. France back on top of the group. Portugal extremely vulnerable. Something has to change from a Portuguese perspective.
Portugal are out of the tournament as it stands in the live table. This may be epic, poetic revenge for the French for what happened on home soil. Couldn't script any better. Lining up the scenarios. Portugal need Ronaldo to rise now. Ronaldo needs rest before the start of the season for that old man. Could be scripted for Portugal to go out in that manner, for Ronaldo to get rest for the old man.
Another centre of attention. The centre of concern. And Rabiot. Disappeared off the substitute's bench.
This chatting rubbish with all this Portugal repeat nonsense.
What we were saying about trying to advance and we would go out and as it currently stands. Portugal heading home. Off the bottom. Runners up and France.
Hold it, France!
Rabiot is now on. Unfortunate Didier. But today barely ranked as a cameo. Essential field player slotted in at left back.
Red! Red! Oh, Ralph, you're garbage!
Tackle that was from Semedo, but see the difference from France. They're breaking the lines now with their passes for the back four. Everything was very methodical, simple, predictable. And now all of a sudden you're bypassing the lines, you're playing between the lines, you're getting your front three interchanging. You're allowing some fluid movement, and now Mbappe's finding some space. Good tackle here from Semedo.
Portugal are out of the tournament at the minute, right now. Who is going to be the man of the hour? The referee? Benzema? His rigged scripted return? Ronaldo's rigged loss to give Ronaldo some rigged rest? To get some rigged rest right before the start of next season at 36 years of age kind of reminds me of LeBron. How it's rigged for these guys to get rest. Because Ronaldo's like, I got my trophies. This is when Messi wins Ballon d'Or, ladies and gents. Ronaldo's not winning Ballon d'Or this year. He won Supercopa and Copa America, trophies that Juventus already won. Ronaldo owes us a Champions League trophy. He needs to stay, help Juventus win the Champions League if this guy is any king. It's all rigged. It's all rigged for Ronaldo to get rest. UEFA is completely rigged and scripted. It is all rigged show. How's the rigged hoax going to play out? Is France going to get a counter? Is France going to hold it? Is Ronaldo going to score? Is Ronaldo just going to say, screw it, I need rest before the season, my body, I need to continue to pile up records? I mean, all that Ronaldo can finally say something and say that he's coming back to Juventus, or if he's going to be a quitter and he's going to leave the team. Ronaldo owes Juventus Champions League trophy. Ronaldo's here to get ready for Juventus, not this Portugal team. He's here to get ready for training. That's what Ronaldo's going to do. Joachim Low is out. Come on! France! Les Bleus! Yellow! Portugal, you got a good place. You'll never be Italy. I'm sorry, guys. You'll not be Italy. Even Spain, too. Yep. Once in a while, golden generations, they always come down. Unless if you're at the very top, like Argentina, Brazil, Italy, and Germany or transition, and France. He's smiling. He's got thumbs up. He's like, yeah, I'm getting some rest. Ronaldo, get some rest. Get some rest, man. Get some rest, Cristiano. Rabiot! Rabiot! Adrian! Forza, Adrian! This is Benzema's moment. He eliminates Portugal. French revenge. How do you say revenge in French?
I think a lot of it is just more urgency. The ability to bypass the lines and not have to play.
Black Lives Matter. Ronaldo doesn't win Golden Boot. A black man's going to win Golden Boot. We have Romelu Lukaku. We have Raheem Sterling putting himself into the narrative. We've got Jorginho Wijnaldum.
To find spaces, go find the game. It was too rigid.
How you doing, Revelation? How you doing, mate? Are you rooting for Portugal or are you rooting for France? I mean, France going to win the rigged match because it's completely scripted for Ronaldo to get some rest before the next season. That's how it's rigged. Messi's winning Ballon d'Or. He's winning Ballon d'Or? It's between Messi and Lukaku. And Kante in there, too. Add him into the mix. I think white privilege wins the Ballon d'Or, though. Messi carries the team to victory. Messias. Single-handedly right now against Uruguay and against Paraguay. France! Knock out Portugal! Ronaldo wants rest! Handball, red! Hey, referee's getting involved in it again.
A decision here which, well, the question was whose was the hand? That was the first question to answer.
Yes.
It's the left hand of Kunde right here. Ball comes up on the left hand and then brings in the question of expected position. John, that's a penalty.
That's a penalty.
French protests, not for the first time today.
I don't like that ref. Another rigged penalty. All rigged oaks.
Cristiano Ronaldo against Hugo Lloris. Kunde, defender winning just his second.
Messi's Ballon d'Or. French losers.
This to become the joint highest goal-scoring male footballer ever in the international game.
Joint highest goal scorer in male football history. A red goal. It's all rigged.
109 international goals.
Can France flip the script?
Just insatiable.
Portugal are giving up goals left and right.
His goal is simplified. In the last 55 appearances since turning 30 for Portugal. He's got 55 goals in all competitions. A fantastic player and one that only has gotten better with age. And a massive, massive goal. His 5th one in the group stage of Euro 2020. It's a lifeline for Portugal. It could spell the end for Germany. And in this tournament where so many
Germany is out right now.
We've seen 3 today, all tucked away.
The script flips any minute. The live table changes any minute. The TV commentators told you how rigged it is, that there's definitely going to be more goals in the second half. Well, this referee's getting involved. The referees want them to score goals. You know, they're scripting this to happen in the group stage, so it wasn't meant for Ronaldo to go break this record in the knockouts. Just telling you that Portugal's not going to win.
What's remarkable is in 1984, Michel Platini had 7 goals in the group stage. And you look at that record and say, there's no way anyone's going to get remotely close to that. But the 36-year-old Ronaldo has.
Messi, by far, is the better performer so far between the two guys in the Copa America and the Euro. Ronaldo needs to quit horsing around and announce that he's staying one more season.
This one with no goals in 6 appearances against France. What has he done? Buried both penalties. Semedo. Ramios.
Probably a rigged draw by the numbers.
Now have more goals scored today than in any other in the history of the European Championship. 50 and counting.
Where was that to? That was rigged to the core.
Supporters who huddled in their seats only 5-6 minutes ago.
Havertz, the Champions League final score.
It's this thunderous atmosphere in Budapest.
Budapest, that's Hungary, right? I think that is. That Sweden-Poland game ended pretty exciting today. Moreno scored for Spain. France are just off. Really.
There's a VAR check going on in the other game in Munich to decide whether a Kai Havertz equaliser should stand. For Germany against Hungary, it would make it 1-1. Goal has been confirmed. It is 1-1 in Munich. Germany and Hungary, and Shalai having put Hungary in front in the first half. As things currently are, Hungary would be the team eliminated from this most intriguing.
Then Germany's going to get eliminated, it looks like.
And we're now hearing that Hungary have immediately replied to Kai Havertz's equaliser by scoring again themselves. And listen to the roar going up here.
could be rigged to the core. The crowd's excited because, because Germany is out.
Amazing to see these celebrations linked to a game taking place hundreds of miles away. So Lisa off, replaced by Kingsley Coman for France.
Yeah, it was always going to be really hard for Germany for some reason.
After 4 days of simultaneous matches.
I don't know what Germany are doing.
The group phase of Euro 2020. A couple of fairly straightforward afternoons. So followed a largely anticipated pattern in groups that were pretty clear.
Hungary had 8 shots, Come on, France. Oh, he bottled it. Oh. Gets the ball back. And knocked away again. Now Portugal are defending their half.
Good one again here from Mbappe, but even better spot from Griezmann. Now it's going to be very interesting to see the balance of this attack from France.
So France are on top of the group.
An attack-minded player than Tolisso. This could be real trouble for Portugal. Gabio bends him up. Pogba. Still trying to shoot.
Oh!
Griezmann.
Oh! Pogba! Oh, almost got it.
Still in play.
Poke boom! Oh, poke boom! He's gonna go get it.
How about Pogba losing his marker in Polina here? Little stutter step, loses his defender, strikes this absolutely.
Oh! Whoa!
Save. Strong arm from Rui Patricio here.
Wow, what a save!
The reaction to get up over his feet, but Paul Pogba and everyone else in this building felt like that was in the upper corner. What a save from Patricio. And then to react immediately.
Wow, that was insane.
First of those might just be.
Germany are out on a low.
Our 3 favorite words as things stand. France are going to win the group. Portugal will be runners-up. Hungary will advance in third and play Belgium. And Germany are back in that position of heading out. Ronaldo Sanchez. Cristiano Ronaldo. On the wing where he always used to play his trade, start of his career.
As things stand. France in control. Result could hold right now.
In the best traditions of meetings between Portugal and France. The Cubans winning 27. Portugal only won 6 of them, and they won probably the most important
So I think the Germany result's going to hold. So, Portugal would be down to 3 if they lose. Germany would go through the head-to-head. This is Portugal have to hold on.
This is a different look now for Portugal to have to defend because Kingsley Coman is
Portugal have to go defend here.
See, with Tolisso filling in the gaps and thinking, you know what, he needed to be more of a two-way
If France score, then Portugal is out
now it's very difficult for
of the
Portugal to get out
tournament.
of that. And now France is having a little bit more freedom in their attack and a little bit more freedom in the sense of, you know what, now we can release ourselves and let our quality shine through. And you've seen that over the last 5 to 6 minutes here. It begs the question for Didier Deschamps, why not start a game in this manner? Ronaldo pleading for it. Ronaldo has it.
Ronaldo's done nothing today outside of the penalties. That's just the reality.
Wildly optimistic.
And the Portugal players are just purposely bottling it. They're just kicking the ball in the stands. I mean, what's going on? They're playing like they're rigging the match. France are trying to eliminate Portugal. France are hunting for blood right now. Portugal lost head-to-head against Germany. So Portugal lose the match, they're out of the group. That's what is at stake. That's what France are trying to do right now. It's up to Portugal if they want to defend their lead. It's up to France if they want to defend their lead.
Double change by Portugal.
They're bringing fresh reinforcements in the midfield now that France was allowed more freedom. They need to settle that straight.
Place of his Wolves teammate, João Coutinho.
A lot can happen. The script can be flipped here. France can take the lead. They can eliminate Portugal. Germany could be out of the tournament. What do France have in store?
Major League Soccer on Saturday. Swansea Kansas City taking on MAFC. That's live on ESPN. Coverage begins at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. It's also on ESPN Deportes and the ESPN app.
The defending Euro champions. Can they survive? Get a little risky there at the back. But that is what's clearly at stake. If France score the goal here, then Portugal are out of the tournament. If the results hold, then Germany is out.
Okay, while they're level, but if they concede, they're in front.
A lot is at stake. The live table can be flipped at any time. This has the feeling of a knockout tournament match. I mean, this is the knockouts right here.
Things are at the moment. We're looking at the last 16 minutes with England at Wembley. Diogo Jota. Malinia. Go back to that offside check on Benzema's goal. What a ball that is. What a fantastic ball that is from Paul.
Karim Benzema is now in the running for the Golden Boot. His welcome back return.
Be a link-up play, but then vertically to change that. Now all of a sudden that seed has been planted in the two center backs' minds. For the first 45, everything was in front of them. You switch it. What a wonderful ball from Pogba. Probably for me to play the bridge in the rest of all this. And UEFA have done VAR far better than the Premier League. Is there any doubt about that? Does mystify me as well.
Premier League is just insanely rigged with the VAR. Everyone watches the Premier League, so it's so rigged.
No one goes to it. Pogba.
Go Pogba, Pogboom. Pogboom is my nickname. For Paul Pogba.
I think it's fair to say Pogba has been France's best player in this group stage.
He's got to be the leader.
He's also been played in a couple different roles in the first two games, but today he's had a real good balance with Conte in the middle. It was Neves. He's been demolished, so it's the corner flag, and it's out for throw.
Portugal player cramping up. Semedo. He's cramping up, so I can put this away. Hopefully I don't miss a goal.
French to attend to him. Seat. And we get to pause in the midst of what's turned into an extraordinary evening of football here in Central Europe. The ebb and flow between one match and the other. First Portugal going out, then Germany. Still change again. Portugal made by Pepe to the bench that Semedo can't continue here. Glimpses of France as Cavaliers, the sightings of French panache, consistently so.
Okay, he is out of the.
Cristiano Ronaldo, who has scored twice on the penalty spot, Benzema with both goals for France in the space of 3 minutes either side of half time. And Diogo Dalot of Manchester United, who spent the last season on loan at Milan, runners up in Serie A, comes on to make his international debut in high-stakes circumstances because Semedo cannot continue.
Go France.
Scoreline suits both of these teams.
Now, this is a definition of what a group should be.
Would win the group. Portugal would go through as runners-up and would face England and Wembley.
France, they try to knock out Portugal. That's what they need to do during the last 10 minutes.
But it also goes to show you that the home field advantage played a massive factor into this group because that game against France was a more difficult game than I think anyone expected, in large part because of the 55,000+ people that were in this building. You heard the French players after the game. It was a difficult spot. It was hot. Credit to Hungary for even making
Crying about the weather. I mean, just seems so soft to do. Hungary wasn't whining about the weather.
Update you give. I am shocked that Germany's in this position after the game they had against Portugal a couple days ago in Munich. Inexplicable. Renato Sanchez.
There's a bunch of rigged on goals.
Battling on. Not beyond the last man around. Today there were just under 55,000 people inside the Puskas Arena.
France is pathetic if they don't get a goal here. They need to take this personally. They need to take the loss at the Stade de France personally.
It's equalised against Hungary in Munich. 2-2 there, just as it's 2-2
The France have
here.
possession. Germany and Hungary is tied. So I wonder how that changes things. The announcers weren't lying at all, that's for sure. Both games are 2-2. This gonna save Portugal.
Times now reduced almost to walking pace. Mbappe. Much at walking pace. And goal. It's France first, Germany
This
second.
match will probably end the draw.
Which means Germany at Wembley against England and Belgium versus Portugal.
Average the hero. They call her Goretzka, Bayern player.
Rabiot. From behind by Kimpembe. She receives France's fourth yellow card of the
I
day.
think the first match of the day ended 3-2. That was Spain and that was Poland and Sweden. Are we going to have another 3-2 game?
At this moment of the game where Ronaldo is
Dramatic
on field,
winner.
right through his backside. Into the drums. Frequent chance from supporters of both sides. Cheers to the groans of those neutral Hungarians following events elsewhere while sitting here watching. Strange mixture of emotions in Budapest. Bruno Fernandes, Cristiano Ronaldo, straight into trouble in the form of Chroma. Renato Sanchez. Pepe. Fernandes trying to free himself from Rabiot. It's been a difficult tournament for Bruno Fernandes so far, struggling to find his place in the shadow of Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's been heavily criticized in the media over the last 3 or 4 days, but a fantastic player with contagious energy. You just love to see him running off the ball and coming off the bench. And this one could be a real factor in seeing this one out. There. It's been asked to perform more often in the past year than Bruno Fernandes. goals for Manchester United this past season, 83 in total in the last year. That's the way of it as we approach the climax of Group F. Here's Coman. Laid back for Griezmann. It's just a different look.
Results are probably home.
Into this one, he's been vertical. He's played in behind the back line. Now the back line is stretched out, and then you can have the composure and the whereabouts to understand. You know what? Griezmann's coming in through the midfield. I can combine off the bench, but it's just a different look to the French attack when you've got a player going down the right that's thinking in behind to allow Griezmann to fill in the spaces. Fantastic run from Kipsakoma. Griezmann's final contribution for the evening. Replaced by Musa Sissoko. Portugal, Sergio Oliveira. Place of Renato Sanchez.
I don't think there's any more goals left in this game.
With music to his ears. Star turn as a babe in arms at Euro 2016. Time between have been somewhat tougher.
It looked promising there that it could be rigged for France to knock out Portugal from the tournament, but they've got some help from Germany.
Rather than vilified. He appears to have turned the corner.
So France is the winner of the group. I'm ready to, well, I got to turn off my computer to get my mouse cursor. Okay, I found my mouse cursor. That's good. I still have that with me. So winner of Group F. We're going to put down France. Runner-up, Group F, is Portugal. So does that mean England is going to face off against Portugal? 2006 World Cup, I remember. England, Portugal. So that's what it's looking like. It looks like England's going to face off against Portugal if the results hold right now. England against Portugal. Interesting. Probably rigged for the kneelers. Not looking good for Portugal if they have to go up against England. Could be rigged for England to win. Oh, it's coming on. It's coming on.
Bruno Fernandes. Coman.
I just want to see another goal.
Control. Seems to be the watchword. Deschamps. We're being told now each side to expect 5 minutes of additional time here. Very likely they'll know a full-time score from Munich before very long. It may not be the most scintillating 5 minutes of additional time that we ever witness.
The results are going to hold. England against Portugal, Fernando Santos. This will be 21 draws then. It's got 13 losses. This next loss will be his 14th loss. 53 wins before entering the match against England. Fortumacha back down of the sides of the matches.
13 awkward minutes when they were behind. Varane. Good day. Sissoko. Conte. Again, Musa Sissoko. The tackle was held in the delivery to cross into Benzema. Exercising ball retention. Taking on Bruno Fernandes on the outside. Bruno Fernandes is angered at Coman going down there. He's not inquiring as to his well-being. But watch the right ankle. I mean, he's going down with the momentum, but he's not making a meal out of this because the studs from Bruno Fernandes go right through the back of the right leg of Kingsley Coman. The referee sorts this out. We can confirm that the other game in Munich is now done. Full-time whistle is blown. 2-2 is the full-time score between Germany and Hungary.
What?
They're checking to see whether or not this was a penalty.
Penalty.
A VAR check underway as to whether that should be a penalty for foul by Bruno Fernandes.
The ref has to get involved. Of course. Revenge, I guess, in the sense that you win a game against Portugal, but you don't knock them out of a tournament. Wow, this match is just, oh my God, it's so rigged. I swear. What a joke. Oh man. Okay, Germany, that game is over. It looks like Hungary is out. They gave up their goal to Germany. Germany finished in second, Portugal in third. I mean, Portugal is still a small country being carried by Cristiano Ronaldo. This manager is conservative. He has not done the job well with Portugal at all. I gotta go see the replay for that. The bracket is England against Portugal.
So now that we near the end of the group stage, who for you is Hungary?
Do a full breakdown and all that.
It has to be, right? Is Belgium in that conversation for you now with De Bruyne back? Yes, at the level he's playing at.
Of course, Belgium are in the conversation. When you have Eden Hazard play a full 90 minutes, say he left out that part. I mean,
but this is just the end of the phony war. Absolutely. The 8 teams drop out of this stage. Knockout football from here on in. Well, the reason why I asked you is France came into
coming out the knockout bracket video, we're very close to. I'm just looking at the manager, Fernando Santos. He's giving out instructions. He's barking. Wonder what he's instructing his side to do.
He's being asked to leave the playing area because he's temporarily become Portugal's 12th man. Someone should tell Fernando Santos they're good. They're through if the game ends in a draw. Okay.
He doesn't know the result, Fernando Santos.
But in fairness, though, Fernando Santos made know of the result and knowing that even if they lose this game, they still go through, John. So he may have looked at it and said, we can try and win this game and avoid Belgium. twists
The
and
bracket
turns
is set.
and relentless drama. Sees both teams through. France knew that they would progress. Portugal do so in more muted circumstances. Two veteran goal scorers. Ronaldo with a brace of penalties for Portugal.
The two Real Madrid guys.
With goals either side of half-time from Benzema. Both these teams will have quite a say in the knockout stages, which are lying in front of us. But they have produced a thrilling meeting, which ends all square at 2 apiece in Budapest.
But the match is set. Mob hasn't updated them yet. England against 2F, which is Portugal. 2F is Portugal. Oh, shit. That is France. France. Excuse me. Germany finished second. In my original bracket, I think I had Belgium against Portugal in the round of 16, if I'm not mistaken. I think I did in my original Euro knockout bracket.
Yeah, he did. A lot of pressure. Germany were not good today, but they've been rescued by this Leon Goretzka strike. Goalkeeper couldn't do anything about it. Too much power at such close range.
Germany advances as a second place team in Group F. They will take on England in a match in London on Tuesday.
I got an email from this company called Unison, and they were like, "Yo, check out this MIDI cord pack." I said, "Nah."
Netherlands in the final. Group B or Group C. I have the French up against the Russians because, as you know, France won the World Cup over at the host Russia. It's going to be Germany, England against their traditional rivals, Germany. The winner of Group.
I did predict Germany to finish runner-up in the group.
Considering everything 10 minutes before the dream comes true. And then I want to add one more thing. They lose against Portugal in the last 10 minutes. Right? Otherwise, they're going to do as well that game. So they did a great tournament.
I did predict Belgium against Portugal.
Because it's a really tough group.
This is when Lukaku takes the golden boot away from Ronaldo. He ain't got nothing. Belgium's going to beat Portugal. Leaky back line. Belgium is ready to pounce on them.